Hello. I wish you doing well. Elon Musk, born June 28, 1971, is a Canadian businessman, U.S. citizen born in South Africa, investor, engineer and inventor. 9. The founder and CEO of SpaceX, and its chief designer. Tesla Motors co-founder, CEO, and product engineer. He also co-founded PayPal, the renowned cash trading company, and chairman of SolarCity. Musk aspires to embody the idea of a hyperlink called Hyperloop. In December 2016, Forbes named him 21st in the list of the most powerful men in the world. By February 2018, his net worth was estimated at approximately $20.8 billion, entering the list of the world's richest men, ranked 53rd. Musk was born in Pretoria. He taught software while he was still 12 years old. He moved to Canada at the age of 17 to complete his education at Queen's University, but he did not last for only 2 years, where he then moved to the University of Pennsylvania to obtain a degree in economics from Wharton School, degree in physics from the College of Arts and Sciences. In 1995, Musk began his doctoral dissertation in applied physics and materials science at Stanford University, but did not continue writing the dissertation, because he abandoned the idea after 2 days to take an interest in the field of entrepreneurship. Musk co-founded the Zip2, a website programming company, acquired by Compaq in 1999 for $340 million. Musk then founded X.com, an online payment company. It later merged with Confinity in 2000 to become the now-known PayPal company that eBay purchased for $1.5 billion in October 2002. In May 2002, Musk founded SpaceX to manufacture spacecraft and launch space missions, serving as CEO and chief designer. In 2003, he participated in founding Tesla Motors, the electric vehicle manufacturer and solar system maker, to serve as CEO and product engineer. By 2006, he had the idea of setting up the SolarCity plant as a company to provide solar energy services, and is currently a subsidiary of Tesla Motors Group of companies, where he held the position of chairman. In 2015, Musk helped establish OpenAI, a non-profit research company aiming to develop AI, where he currently held the position of assistant director. He also helped found the company Neuralink, a company specialized in the field of neurotechnology, focusing on developing ways for the human brain to communicate with the computer of the middle mind, to serve in 2016 as CEO. Late in the same year, Musk set up a tunnel and infrastructure company called the Burning Company, or the Arabic Boring Company, in an effort to get rid of traffic congestion in Los Angeles. By October 2017, Musk's net worth was estimated at $20.8 billion, ranking 21 in Forbes on the list of the 400 richest people in the United States. In March 2016, it ranked 80th on the list of the world's richest men. In December 2016, Forbes ranked him 21st in the list of the most influential people. Musk stated that the goals of his companies such as SolarCity, Tesla Motors, and SpaceX serve his vision of changing the world and humanity. Among these goals is to reduce global warming by finding new, clean and inexpensive ways to generate, transfer and distribute energy to homes and stations, protecting people from the risk of extinction by creating human colonies on the surface of Mars. Musk loved the development of engines, where he developed the transport system known as the Rapid Cycle or Hyperloop, and introduced it to operate in the fast planes that use an electric fan, which became known as the Musk electric plane. He loves reading from his early age. At the age of 10, Musk developed an interest in computing using an 8-bit home computer. He learned to program himself and without help from anyone while he was still 12 years old, and he sold a basic code for a video game he created called Battlestar to a magazine called PC and the Technology Office for about $500. A trial version is available for online game. During his childhood, Musk used to read the series of numbers of Yitzhak Asimov, from which he extracted the most important principles that he has followed so far. You must take many measures and actions that would prolong civilization, reduce the possibility of another dark age, or reduce its duration if it exists. Musk has been subjected to numerous cases of bullying and harassment, and was once transferred to a hospital when a group of children threw him from the stairs in a fight between them. It did not end that far, as the group struck the ground until they lost consciousness. Musk enrolled in a private prep school, Waterkloof Prep School, a school that teaches conversations in English. Musk graduated from Pretoria Secondary School for Boys and moved to Canada in June 1989 before his 18th birthday. After attaining Canadian citizenship with the assistance of his Canadian mother. In 1995, Musk and his brother Kimball created Zip2, a website and web programming company, with money invested by a small group of angel investors. The company aims to market and manage a directory of local newspapers, with Musk securing contracts with the New York Times and the Chicago Tribune. He managed to persuade the board to drop their plans to merge with City Search. Musk wanted to become the company's CEO, but none of the board members agreed. In February 1999, Compaq bought ZEB2 for $307 million in cash and $34 million in shares. Musk's share of the company's sale amounted to about $22 million, for his 7% stake in the company. In March 1999, Musk participated in the founding of X.com, a financial company that provides the user with online payment services, with a sum of $10 million, a share of the sale of the company's ZEB2. After 1 year of incorporation, the company merged with Convinity, which had already had a money transfer service called PayPal. After the merger, the company focused on this service, 48, until the company was called PayPal in 2001. The announcement of the new company accompanied a large viral marketing campaign to succeed in winning many new customers. In October 2000, the board of directors relieved Musk from his position as CEO of the company while retaining him as a member of the board of directors due to his many differences with the company's board of directors, perhaps the most important of which is his desire to transfer the company system from Unix to Microsoft Windows. In October 2002, eBay purchased PayPal for $1.5 billion. Musk's share of the company's sale amounted to $165 million. As a result of being the largest shareholder in PayPal, with shares amounting to 11.7% of the company's shares. In July 2017, he bought an X.com domain Musk from PayPal for an undisclosed amount. Musk justified the reason for concluding the deal that the domain had a great emotional value to him. In 2001, Musk launched the term Mars Oasis, a project aimed at building experimental agricultural greenhouses to grow crops on the surface of Mars relying on fertilizing rock debris, in an attempt to reconstruct space and start paving the lives of other planets. In October 2001, Musk traveled to Moscow with Jake Cantrell, spaceship developer, and Ed Oresi, his close friend of the college, to purchase an ICBM through which he could send the expected payloads into space. The group, led by Musk, met several major companies such as the international aerospace company Cosmotros and Oak 301. However, according to Cantrell, Musk was seen as a beginner and was always quarrels with major Russian designers, to return the group to the empty-handed US. In February 2002, the team returned to Russia to search for 3 items that were brought in by Mike Griffin. Griffin previously worked for the CIA, in addition to his work at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, very shortly after leaving the Orbital Sciences Laboratory, a satellite and spacecraft factory. The triple team met again with the international space company Cosmotros, where the company offered one missile for $8 million, which Musk saw as exploitation and too expensive. After this offer, Musk withdrew from the meetings to return to the United States by air. On the way back from Moscow, Musk considered the possibility of building a company that could build missiles at inexpensive prices. According to one of the first investors in Tesla Motors and SpaceX, Steve Jurvetson, Musk realized that the raw materials used to build the missile are only 3% of the price of the missile. He demonstrated that in theory and by using vertical integration, SpaceX can reduce the price by a factor of 0.1% while enjoying about 70% of the gross profit margin. Ultimately, Musk was able to found SpaceX with a dream of creating spaceflight and creating a suitable environment in which humans can live in space, with $100 million in initial wealth. Musk founded a space exploration and technology company called SpaceX in May 2002. To be the CEO and CEO of CTO in Hawthorne, California, where the company is based. The company aims to develop and manufacture spacecraft with a focus on keeping the missile's body intact after its return flight. The first two carrier rockets launched by the company were Falcon 1 and Falcon 9, referring to them to the series of Phantom War movies Millennium Falcon, while the first spacecraft was SpaceX Dragon, referring to them as Magic Dragons. Within 7 years, SpaceX had designed the Falcon missile family and Dragon spaceships. In September 2008, the SpaceX Falcon 1 missile became the first special liquid fuel rocket to place a satellite over the Earth's orbit. On May 25, 2012, the Dragon spacecraft entered history as it joined the International Space Station, making it SpaceX as the first commercial company to manufacture a ship connected to the International Space Station. In 2006, SpaceX acquired a power of attorney from NASA to finalize the development and testing of the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket and the SpaceX Dragon spaceship to carry a payload to the International Space Station. On December 23, 2008, NASA paid $1.6 billion to fund 12 flights aboard the Falcon 9 rocket and its Dragon spaceship going to the International Space Station after replacing the Space Shuttle of the United States federal government in 2011. The astronauts' move to the International Space Station is within reach thanks to two companies cooperating with NASA, SpaceX one of them. On December 22, 2015, SpaceX successfully returned the first stage of the Falcon missile to the launch pad. This was the first time in history that the first relatively sound orbital missile had been returned, reducing the costs of access to space. This process was repeated several times in 2016 using a drone on a naval missile platform. Definitely I Still Love You in the Ocean. By the end of 2017, SpaceX had managed to land and recover the first stage of 16 consecutive missions, including 14 missions from the Falcon 9 out of 42 missions sent in 2017 to 2018. SpaceX that year, 2017, broke its record in the number of successful missions, succeeding in launching 18 missions, twice the number of successful missions sent in the previous year to the Falcon 8 missile. In February 2018, SpaceX successfully launched the Falcon Heavy missile, the fourth-ranked missile in history. The missile comes after the Saturn V, Energy-N1 missile and the most powerful missile among all the missiles launched in 2018. The inaugural mission, called Tesla Roadster, bears a mock payload. SpaceX is the largest private company producing rocket engines in the world, and holds the highest record in the proportion of the rocket's engine weight. The company has produced over 100 Marlin engines, which is the world's most powerful engine for its weight. The massive relative strength and weight allows every single Merlin D engine to lift the weight of 40 mid-size family cars. In combination, 9 Merlin engines can be installed in the first stage of a Falcon 9 missile that is produced anywhere with a budget of $5.8 to $6.7 million, $1.3 to $1.5 million, depending on the height. Musk is influenced by the series of publications of Isaac Asimov, which considers space exploration an important step in maintaining and expanding awareness of human life. Musk also stated that life on many planets can help protect people against threats to humankind. A great asteroid or volcano can destroy us, so we can say that we face risks that dinosaurs have never faced: engineering viruses, inadvertent creation of subtle black holes, global warming, or even any technology that has not yet been worked on. Humans have evolved over millions of years, but in the past 60 years, we have created atomic weapons and given them the ability to eliminate us. Sooner or later, we must expand life beyond this green and blue sphere, or we will die. Musk aims to reduce the cost of human travel to space to 0.1 from its current cost. In a 2011 interview, he stated that he hoped to send humans to Mars within 10-20 years. 76. In the biography of Ashley Vance, Musk stated that he wanted to create a colony on Mars by 2040, with a population of 80,000 people. He also stated that due to the lack of oxygen in the atmosphere, all transportation will operate with electricity. Electric cars, electric trains, electric planes. The company intends to send the spaceship Dragon on the Falcon missile in 2018 to the soft lands on Mars, becoming the first mission to colonize Mars. Musk stated in June 2006 that the first unmanned flight of the Colonial Mars spacecraft (MCT) will reach the Red Planet in 2022, after which the first manned flight will follow in 2024. In September 2006, Elon Musk unveiled the details of his plan to explore and colonize Mars. By 2016, his company's confidence stakes had reached 54%, or 78% of the voting shares. In late 2017, SpaceX unveiled the design of the new generation of missiles, spacecraft and their systems, such as the PFR system, that will be used in all missions outside the globe, whether targeted to Earth orbit, lunar orbit, planetary missions, or even within the sphere. Flores passenger transport quickly across continents. Thus, the company has found a better alternative to both the Falcon 9 missile, the Heavy Universe, and all Dragon vehicles starting in 2020. The diameter of the BFR system is 9 meters, 30 meters. Notable development of the vehicle body began in 2017, while the development of the new missile engine began in 2012. We done now. Thanks for watching. Goodbye my friends.